Yeah.
if you hang around people like that, it's gonna make you say, you know what, man, I don't want to be around them unless I'm legit too. You see what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
Unless my business is straight. And I
Right.
think sometimes a lot of women don't they think they want to do who business is straight, but I don't know if they really want it.
Well, here's the problem. Here's the thing I see a lot, and I go, we go online and we see all these things about these questions that come about. And one of the questions that strike me all the time, I see it all the time, right? And it's the one question that comes about. It's like, yo, like, who should pay the bills in the house? Like, when she married, or the man or the woman and all that. And all the women be like, yo, the man should pay the bills and all that, whatever. The man should do this, the man should do this, right? And I get all that. That's fine. That's your preference, and that's cool. But here's the thing that kills me with that, right? Women, to me now, they don't want nothing old fashioned except that. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Oh yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? That's the only old fashioned thing they want, is that
Right.
dude to pay all the damn bills, right? You know what
Right.
I'm
Right.
saying? And that's cool, yo. And that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Because I always believe this. And these people maybe talk shit about this. What I always believe, even when I was married or whatever, I always believe this. The woman runs the household, but the man is the head of that joint. You know what I'm saying? And if you're going to talk shit as that man and say this blah 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 blah, you got to make sure that house is in order, plan. You
Oh
know what
yeah.
I'm saying? You got to make sure that house is in order. But I don't think at a certain age, I think, and that women are single and men are single and all that, you got to kind of carve off some of your likes to have. You know what I'm saying? Because those chips are pushed to the middle of the table, and you need to carve some of that shit off. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times I
What you
see,
mean? Explain that.
well, for example, right? One of the and we thought about doing this show a long time ago, months ago, right? And I wanted to do a little research on this shit. So I went to some of the dating apps that we put up, the OkCupid, Bumble, and all that shit like that. And you go through some of these profiles that these women put up, and it strikes me that they put out, they don't talk they talk more about what they don't want than who they are. The man got to be this, the man got to be that, the man got to be this. I'm dating with a purpose. What the fuck does that mean? You're dating with purpose. What the fuck does that mean? You know what I'm saying? If you meet somebody who's dope and like the same shit you like, get to know that person. But when you put up these roadblocks, but I'm dating with a purpose, that scares the hell out of most men. We're like, what the fuck does that mean?
Well, exactly. Exactly.
What does that mean? I don't. If anybody out there can tell me what dating with a purpose is that a new slogan? I don't know what that is, and that scares the fuck out of me. Like,
Right.
what are we doing here? You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times, and things like this right here, people like, what is a good idea for a first date? You know what a good idea for a first date is?
What?
This is the best idea for a first date. And ladies, please listen to this. Please listen to this. This is a first date right here. This is what a first date should be. A cool dude that's interested in you calls you up, texts you, whatever, however you want to, whatever, Skywriter, whatever, however you get in contact with you, he lets you know, hey, listen, what are you doing Saturday morning? If you guys ain't doing nothing, you go to a coffee shop. You guys sit at a table across from each other, spend $10 to get some coffee, tea, or whatever it is, and talk to each other and find out who that person across the table from you really are. But when you get into this idea, you gotta get all gussied up and go to these steak restaurants, and these dudes try to impress you with all this ambiance and all that. But at the end of the day, you don't even know what his favorite color is. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not. That's what dating is. And then after that first date, then you decide if you're gonna take his calls or you're gonna text him back and all that. That first date, you sit around, you cut the bullshit out, and you sit across a small table and you ask each other questions. You find out who that person is to a certain extent. You know what I'm saying? And why are they here? That's the biggest question. Why are you here? Why are you single? If you so dope in your profile and this, that, and the third, why are you here? You know what I'm saying? Something went wrong. And I'm gonna tell you what went wrong with me. I got bullet points of what went wrong with me. I got some shit with me. I don't bullshit nobody, bro. I really don't. And anybody who's ever dealt with me in a certain kind of way, they'll tell you, like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna tell you the truth about me. I got some shit with me.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I got some shit with me. But my good out far outweighs my bad. I'm not a perfect dude. You'll never hear me lie to you about all that bullshit. I ain't gonna do all that. Dude. I'm just gonna tell you the truth, bro. Whether you can handle it or not, it makes you decide whether you're gonna text me back the next day. You see what I'm telling you?
Right, right.
You know.
So,
So I think
so let me ask you a question, man. We talked about this earlier. Um, we talked about this earlier about, and I, I've never delved into the online dating.
oh, I
But
have.
we talked about the. I mean, I've had conversations about it with people, and
Mm-hmm.
I've always thought like, and we had this conversation. It's crazy. We on the same wavelength because I'm like, oh, it's the it's like a, a open book test. You've put all this shit that you like online. Oh, I like museums. I like different restaurants. I like jazz. I like blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
So if that's what you said you like,
Mm-hmm.
and whether or not I'm interested in you,
Mm-hmm.
if I just want to sleep with you or whatever, that's the shit I'm gonna like too.
Damn right.
At least for
Damn
the
right.
first, at least for the first week or two or however long it take. Like
Yeah.
to and on top of that, man, let me